to take a yellow card. So don't do it in the first place then. So we will chime in the same space here because common sense prevails.
I always cite the case of James McLean, the footballer from Northern Ireland, who every year we have to go through this tiresome thing where he doesn't wear a poppy and everyone goes crazy and they all accuse him of this, that and the other. And if they bothered to spend 30 seconds Googling his story, they would discover he comes from a certain part of Derry in Northern Ireland where British paratroopers, in an infamous Bloody Sunday incident that we're all aware of, killed a number of people in that neighbourhood. And it was a shameful day. Right now, he made the point, I'm not saying other people can't wear poppies. I'm not going to disrespect them for doing it.
But Piers,
he's saying, I don't want to do it. And he said, and it's not because I object to the heroism of armed forces. It's only because it includes all military action by the British Army.
And that's fine.
And that includes what happened
but
in
James
Derry.
McLean also puts up social media pictures of himself in a balaclava with a Kalashnikov. So it has a different currency attached to it.
Yeah, but I'm talking specifically about the enforced wearing of a poppy.
Something less of a serious topic, but certainly it's still valid all the same. I know you've been in contact recently, Piers. You meet him on the odd occasion for a coffee. You're taking Thomas Tuchel. We'll get to that before we go at 1 o'clock. We're at 12:30 this Wednesday lunchtime. We've been talking about the impact that Thomas Tuchel may or may not make on England come the World Cup. What do you think England under Tuchel are capable of achieving?
A lot. It's interesting. I've been watching the Dear England thing,
it's
thing
brilliant
about Southgate. Yeah, very interesting. And to remind yourselves of the journey he went on. Look, Southgate did brilliantly. Yeah, if you look at his record, he did brilliantly. Thomas Tuchel, bizarrely, goes in my local cafe. So I have, over the last few months, regularly had quite long chats with him about football. What I would say about Tuchel, he's very engaging and very charming and very intelligent. Those three things are indisputable. But his knowledge of the players that he was considering for selection was unbelievable. I'm not going to name the player that I'm going to talk about, but there was one player who I asked him about, and he went on a 10-minute sort of journey of explanation about this player's how he'd been over the previous 18 months, which was so incredibly well informed. I was literally jaw-dropped by the end about the amount of knowledge he had about this fringe player. Who didn't,
why would you be, just out of curiosity, why would you be impressed by that? Because my view would be, you're the England manager, you are in a position where you're only focusing life as the manager team. That's what you should do.
Well, probably because I've known some former England managers who didn't have that command of detail.
Fair enough.
And also, I think it explains why he's gone for players like Ivan Toney, which I think is a really smart choice.
Who in the past didn't have that much of an eye for detail?
Who would I say from